The Apple TV is an amazing streaming box for your home entertainment system. Unfortunately, Apple has removed the optical audio port in its newest generation. This has caused quite some frustration for users who want to enjoy the audio from the Apple TV, and that is cost effective. What I mean is, since Apple has removed the optical audio port, you are forced to deal with both your picture and audio through its single HDMI port. Therefore, you only have about two options. One, you can plug in your HDMI into your receiver and from your receiver into your TV. However, now you are stuck keeping your receiver on whenever you want to view and listen to your Apple TV. Sometimes I don't always need this system on. The second option is using your TV as a receiver and sending the audio out through an optical audio output ports to your receiver. But now, in order to listen to your Apple TV, you must leave your TV turned on. This has a couple drawbacks, like how bad the sound quality will be because of the lame preamp inside some TVs, as well as the fact that now you'll be running your electricity bill because your huge plasma screen TV has to stay on in order to enjoy things like Apple Music. Or maybe that's just me. This issue could be solved, however, if your TV allows the screen to be shut off, yet still on to allow it to be used as some kind of receiver while being energy efficient, like this 4K Hisense. However, it seems as though Apple has planned for its consumers to use this product in this fashion, considering that they have and continue to add more of these nice screensaver drone footage. So how can you separate the video and sound to be plugged into separate consoles? You're going to need an HDMI splitter. While there are a lot of cheap ones that you can find out there on Amazon, I would recommend buying the ViewHD brand. This model includes optical and coax outs as well as a switcher to get the output that you want. The setup is really simple. Just plug in the HDMI cable from your Apple TV into the HDMI input of the ViewHD, and from its HDMI output, plug in another HDMI that will go to your TV. Then you will use either an optical or coax cable to plug into the outputs of the ViewHD into your receiver. Plug in the power for the splitter, and that's it. The ViewHD works fairly well and allows supports of Dolby Digital 5.1 and DTS, but it doesn't support Dolby Digital Plus or any other higher formats. So if you're thinking about using this for something like a Chromecast, just know that you are going to bottleneck your audio quality. Now, in my experience, if I wanted to enjoy something like 5.1 surround sound, then I would have to change the settings on my Apple TV from auto to surround and set the ViewHD to 5.1 surround. For some reason, whenever I set the auto on the Apple TV, it defaults to a stereo sound. Here's a live demonstration of this happening. Okay, so right now I have the ViewHD set to 5.1 surround sound and not through the pass-through. For some strange reason, whenever I put it in through the pass-through, it always gives me this just stereo sound, which is what I don't want. Essentially, what pass-through is supposed to do is just take whatever audio input it's getting and then just bring that out into the receiver. Now, what I do have right now set on the Apple TV is the best quality available, which is essentially the auto mode. I know that I mentioned that usually when I have the auto mode turned on like this, it only gives me a stereo sound. But it actually isn't quite getting me that anymore. So check this out. I'm going to play the Hunger Games and we're going to see if it really does give us that surround sound that we want. Okay, so it looks like we can. The way we can tell is actually right there on the receiver. You can tell that all the speakers are active. We're getting sound out of the front speaker, which is what we want. And then if we try to go up here to this back speaker, you can actually hear a lot of the background noises. So now I put it in through the pass-through, and this is what I'm talking about where you're only getting just a stereo sound. Best quality available is the setting on the Apple TV this time. Now let's go back to the Hunger Games. And now as you can tell, we're only getting the sound just through the two front speakers, not through any of the other speakers, not the front speaker, and not even the back speakers. So now, and try the Dolby 5.1. And now it looks like I'm finally getting the surround sound that I want. You can see that all of them are lit up, which means all the speakers are being used. We're getting sound from the front. And you should be hearing sound from the rear speakers as well. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to enjoy the 5.1 surround sound on here. A problem you'll have with this is the half-second audio lag. Another thing worth mentioning is that this splitter doesn't turn off automatically, but it's going to cost you a lot less to have this running 24/7 than your receiver or TV whenever you use them, about 36 cents per month according to my calculations. So it is definitely worth paying the $30 for the splitter. Many of the other cheaper models on the market don't seem to be holding up too nicely, as far as other consumers say. So that was my little review of this small tech product. Let me know if videos like this help you guys to make better informed decisions about your home theater tech. And what setups do you have? Do you use the Apple TV? Let me know all this in the comments. Check out links in the description for all this stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.